Within 3 weeks, right, you stepped into your dream leadership role where we have the recruitment freezes, where the conditions outside in the NHS are not very good.
So that's what you did for me. You shown me the broader picture to work not just as a physio leader. Thanks to your continuous support, you were there. When I came to your webinar that day, you gave me a lot of information regarding.
Hello and welcome to Priya Physios podcast. And today I am going to bring you a brand new series from Priya Physios Empower Career Hub, which is called Stories of Transformation. This is where we will share stories of physios who transitioned into their next leadership role. And how they did it is exactly what we are going to talk about today. Today, we are going to have a guest, Fazal Ghafoor, who works in the NHS as a Band 6 physiotherapist. And he transformed or transitioned into his next promotional role as a Band 6 physiotherapist within 3 weeks of joining Empower Career Hub. So, what changed for Fazal? Where we have the recruitment freezes, where the conditions outside in the NHS are not very good, but he managed to get successful in his own team as a Band 6. So let's welcome our guest for today, Fazal Ghafoor. Thank you so much, Fazal, for joining us today. Fazal is one of my students and he has joined Empower Career Hub recently. And I would like Fazal to introduce himself. So, Fazal, over to you, please.
Thank you for having me. So I've been just transitioned from from Band 5 roles to MSK outpatient Band 6 role. I've been working in the NHS from the last 1 year as a Band 5 MSK outpatient.
Thank you, Fazal. Thank you so much. It's really good to have you here. You attended my physio leadership webinar. What made you decide that you wanted to join this community?
When I came to your webinar that day, you gave me a lot of information regarding physios working just as a physios or going into the leadership roles. So leadership has always been, something that's drawn me in my career. So I have been leading in different roles in my past years. So even beginning from the school years, I've been leading the classes. I've been captain for volleyball teams, and during my bachelor's physiotherapy, in during my second years, I've been elected as an academic secretary,
Wow.
and I've been part of the student council during my second year, and during my fourth years. I've been elected as the president of student council, and I was chairing the student council for the entire academic year. So leadership was always something that drawn me during
Mm-hmm.
my past years, but I think from the last few years, I have taken a step back. I've been boxed myself into a place where I was just focusing on managing my patients. Yes, patient management is also within a team, and there are leadership roles in there as well. But I think I was limiting myself in without stepping into the broader picture. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what you did for me. You shown me the broader picture to work not just as a physio leader, and
Thank you.
that opened an ocean of opportunities for me, and that's the reason why I jumped into the Empower Career Hub.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Fazal. That was really useful to understand where you come from and what thoughts were going through in your mind when you were in my webinar. Because I always say in my webinars that this is a webinar where you will get your breakthroughs only if you commit yourself fully when you're in the webinar and not doing 100 things at the time of the webinar. That's exactly why I want physios like you to step up and dedicate fully to take their career to the next level. Thank you so much. So tell me, Fazil, what shifted inside when you joined the Empower Career Hub community and what made you believe that something different was possible? Even when, like, the NHS long term plan and what situations we are going through, what made you stick to what you believed about leadership, even in these uncertain situations?
I think the things that changed is nothing, nothing related to outside. Everything is the same. I'm working in the same team. I'm working in the same environment. Things, as you said, the environment is actually, becoming more negative. But the biggest change that happened was inside me. I think the biggest change that happened is within my attitude towards the role that I should play in my career. As
Mhm.
I said before, I think I was just thinking about, you know, finishing a day where you shown an opportunity to think about the long-term plan, where we getting a vision for yourself and working on that vision, like getting a purpose where you are where you are in the driving seat rather than you're just going in the flow.
Mhm.
So that change in attitude, that's what is happened in the last few weeks. And that I think
Amazing.
that is the most important thing. And that is what is helped me into getting into the roles which I wanted to. Because I started driving the thoughts and the way that I wanted to go rather than just going with the flow.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you. You've touched on so many important points that people usually forget when they are looking at their career transformation or transitions, because they think is you have to apply for jobs and face interviews. But what you just said was completely opposite to that. You said focus on mindset, focus on your thoughts, focus on how you can build that positivity within yourself and be in the driver's seat when it comes to your own career. So that's what changed for you. It's really good to hear all these things. Thank you. Within 3 weeks, right, you stepped into your dream leadership role, like the next role that you were hoping for, and you almost felt that this was unreal. You weren't expecting that opportunity at all within your own team. Tell me a little bit about that and what made you think that this was unreal and it happened, even though you didn't think it would happen.
Yes, so everything happened so quickly. Like I wasn't even thinking about an opportunity that is going to come this far. And in fact, that came within my team as well. I was thinking if I was getting an opportunity to progress my career, that will be somewhere else where I have to do a lot of thinking and a lot of things to, change from one place to another, moving houses, a lot of things should be done. And it would have been a big challenge. But somehow, as soon as started to work on the career and starting to see the bigger picture, somehow there is there that this opportunity came up and I was ready to step in for that.
Mhm.
And I think if I haven't joined the Empower Career Hub, I wouldn't be ready to go for it because I wouldn't think myself as ready for that. So that change in mindset and change in my thought process really helped me to step forward and apply for that and work really hard. Even though I didn't had much time to work for it, I'd give it I put everything that I can do to work towards that, and it felt really magical. And just like Paulo Coelho said, if you really want something, the entire universe will conspires for you to have it. So it felt really magical. And thanks to your continuous support, you were there in every day when I was asking you questions through WhatsApp and or through the community hub and everything. You were ready to answer it as soon as possible, and that help has been really helpful for me to improve my confidence and getting ready for that interview.
Thank you so much. I think the name of the community is right then with Empower Career Hub, where you feel empowered enough to take your bold step, which you might put on the back seat if you don't feel confident. So amazingly summarized. Thank you so much for that. And just to share with our viewers today, you know that we in Empower Career Hub, we have hackathons and we have community of like-minded people. Tell me, what role have hackathons played for you? Because this is one of a kind course. So you learn, you do, and you implement. That is what the hackathon is built around. And we have a community where I try to put you into teams and I want you to work with your accountability partners. Tell me, how did it help you? Because 3 weeks isn't long enough for somebody to grow from band 5 to band 6, even when you felt you were not prepared.
Yes, yes. The hackathons were really, really useful, especially the fact that we are putting the thoughts and everything into action. So as you were telling us during the hackathon, so it's not about the thoughts that you have. It's only when you put the things into action. So the hackathon helped a lot into working and getting the actions that we need to get better and
Mm-hmm.
to improve in our career. And also the accountability partners are there for you to check whether you're doing the right things and always there for you to support. So that support of like-minded people and that support of people around you working towards the same goal is what people need to actually succeed in their career. And
Mm-hmm.
also I think that is going to help a lot when the people, when they are feeling low and when they're feeling they're lost in and they're feeling that they don't have any support. But this is system, the system that you've created, that have made me realize there are like-minded people, and they have helped a lot in preparing me, especially for the interviews, especially the mock interview sessions that we done, accountability partner, and that have helped a lot in improving my confidence in facing the interview. And I think that system that you have built helped a lot in helping me prepare for this role.
Excellent. I think it was meant to happen, Fazil. Now, when you've shared so many things with me, I almost feel that you getting in touch with Priya Physio and attending that webinar and this opportunity come, everything was lined up for you. You just had to connect the dots, which is what you're doing now. Because if you look at that, everything was happening to fulfill this one purpose for you. And that's exactly what I've built the system around. Because we talk right from foundation. So, what is your purpose as a physiotherapist? And then take it right from there to find your niche, to finding your own pathway, and how to then face, building credibility and all that. I think it just came in. And for you, it was literally you joined during interview hackathon, right? Interview mastery.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So it
That's
was
right.
meant for
Yeah.
you to be prepared for the interview even before you had the interview.
Yes.
Um,
The first hackathon that I was, I was joining was the interview preparation. So
mhm.
it was really magical that how all this happened. And
Yes,
and also that's improve increases my beliefs in the system, that you become what you think about,
hmm.
and the things happens based on your thoughts, and the thoughts,
Exactly.
that's what is get us into action, and that is what is going to come into reality.
Exactly, exactly. You summarized it so well. So you were aligned with yourself, you were aligned with the universe at the right time, hence all this happened so quickly. And of course, there is another thing with my community. Why I say that it's a community of like-minded people is because there is no external noise. Everybody who is there is focused on that one mission for that one week, and all you're doing is you're trying to encourage each other to complete the assignments on time. So
Yes,
you don't have any time to think about anything else. Even you must have realized your social media engagement gets slightly low because you are trying to complete your assignment. So indirectly, you are diverting yourself from spending time on social media, endless scrolling, to doing something. And today you're doing this, which is you are the you are in the production team now. You people will watch you as opposed to you watching somebody else's reel and wasting your time, if that makes sense. Yeah.
yes,
So this
it
is
does.
what you are meant for. I'm very happy for you, Fazal. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And people who are listening, all the physios, this is a physio leadership revolution. Fazal has stepped and joined this army of physio leaders. and you can do that as well. All you have to do is show up to my physio leadership webinar, which takes place every Saturday at 9 o'clock, and you have to dedicate yourself fully. It is a really informative, and this is a webinar where you get your breakthroughs only if you commit yourself for 90 minutes. Otherwise, you're just going to come and go distracted. Okay, so this is your Priya Physio and Fuzzle signing off for now, but stay tuned. The link for the webinar is in the description below. Thank you so much.
Thank you.